What is going on today, guys, and how is everybody doing this lovely winter? So in this video we just wanted to share our experience, our mishap with our Thule bike rack, and what we ultimately did to solve the problem. So stay tuned and check it out. Before we get started, we would like to thank all the subscribers and viewers who keep the channel moving along. And if you like what you see, please comment, subscribe, do whatever, do it all, and keep us going. We would like to keep giving you an enlightened camping experience for the future. Thank you again. So this season we will be shifting our focus a little bit more to plant-based foods, vegan foods you can buy at grocery stores and cook at the campsite. We might be trying to ask that question as to why they have two different names, vegan and plant-based, so we may get into that. We will see. And just to be absolutely clear, vegan and plant-based foods can be enjoyed by everyone, even the most dedicated carnivore. Even they can enjoy a veggie burger. We are also going to be examining price points, ingredients, where to buy the food. Certain grocery stores have certain things, certain grocery stores don't, so we'll be looking at that. We hope to be doing some taste tests, some tasting, cooking methods. So stay tuned, as we will be starting with a cabin rental. It's what they might call glamping, and my biggest question is, who is they? Anyways, without further ado, let's talk about our bike rack failure experience while on the way to kill a bear.
To kill the bear.
One of the biggest activities you might see at a campground is cycling. It's a great way to get around, check out the beaches, the campground. It's a great way to hit the bathroom in a hurry if you're a lowly tent camper like ourselves. It is unfortunate, but our bikes do need to be transported on our vehicles, and that is where the infamous bike rack comes into play. Bike racks are pretty much the unsung hero of the biking world, and like all things manufactured, there are zillions of different makes and models. Thule seems to be one of the most popular, so we chose the T2, which is compatible for both fat tire and skinny tire bikes, as you might want to call it. We also had to choose a compatible hitch that could be installed in the car as well, by a reputable car accessory place, of course. And we were careful to make sure the total weights of our bike was compatible with the equipment we bought. And that is an important consideration when traveling $130 down the expressway. So we made an appointment and had a class number 1.25 trailer hitch receiver installed. Now the salespeople at these places are usually quite knowledgeable about these products, and they can help you choose the right size and hitch, and possibly even sell you a rack too. So after getting the hitch installed, we ordered the rack from, actually we got it from Amazon, not Thule. So that's what we did, good old Amazon. There was some minor assembly using the tools provided, just some Allen keys and their little makeshift wrenches. One thing I did notice when assembling was the outside lip of the cradle. It didn't extend too far down the tube of the frame, which was a little bit concerning for me. It didn't have that. What do we do? It wouldn't have that stabilizing effect, but who might have judged the engineers? And the threaded insert that the bolt actually went through was made of plastic, so I didn't like that too much, but again, who am I to judge the engineers? One of my biggest questions after purchasing the rack was, how do you actually pronounce Thule? Is it Thule, Thule, Thule? I don't know, I had to research this. And my conclusion is it's Thule. That's how you pronounce it. Just so you know. Anyways, let's get on with it. Let's see what happened, and let's see how we fixed it. After the initial mishap that snapped the plastic insert, the front tire ended up dragging on the ground. We recovered the tire cradle a couple hundred meters down the road, secured the tire with bungee cords, and proceeded to enjoy the rest of the weekend, and ultimately secured the tire with Gorilla Tape and more bungees for the trip home. Now, after some careful thought, I decided to try and secure the tire cradle with hose clamps. I started by drilling out some slits at the base of the lip with a 3/16 inch drill bit. After making some measurements and marking with a scriber, I then proceeded to drill a slit into the hard plastic with several small drill holes in a line, and then angling the drill to break through. After trimming the stem with my dirty utility knife, I repeated the steps on all four sides, making sure the slits were perpendicular. I then fed my gear clamp through the slits just to make sure I had a nice fit before bringing the tire cradle outside for installation. So this is where we try to secure our Mickey Mouse manufacturing solution and see if it works. I'm just checking and make sure that it's a flush fit before I start securing my hose clamps. Seems like I need to purchase a socket set. In the meantime, we can thread the end of the strip in by hand. Continue to do this until you need to use that wrench due to sore fingers, or just use a socket driver. Leave it loose enough to thread the other side through. It might be a bit tricky, but you can always bend the strip to make it straight. You then can begin to start tightening it all down. I'm using a flathead screwdriver, but I recommend a socket driver for safety. We used to call these clamps knuckle busters. Now you can see me slide the piece on and get an idea of how this will work. Keep tightening slowly and alternating. You do want this extremely tight. Those slits will help a little bit, but they were really meant to dig into hose. So now I am checking for stability, and this seems to be rock solid and not going anywhere. And you can see from the side angle what it exactly looks like. Even though the other cradle did not fail yet, I decided to do the exact same thing because I believe it will be stronger. Now we did seek out Thule for a replacement part, which is what we really needed in the first place. After some confusion with both Thule and Amazon, a case file was made. We were asked to send some photos and a description of what actually happened. And to my surprise, I received a refund within a few days, which I was quite happy about. I was extremely excited about this since I had already rebuilt the rack and I did not have to return the old one, incidentally. So all in all, if you have one of these units, you may want to check it out before you start traveling with it. I'm still satisfied that Thule is a decent product and no reason to shy away from them yet. I'm just glad this incident happened at a side road doing 70 kilometers an hour rather than on an expressway doing $130. I'm quite sure that if the latter had happened, the outcome would have been quite a bit more catastrophic. I hope this video was helpful and somewhat technically educational, and I hope my next video isn't how I caused a 100 car pileup on the 400 due to my shabby craftsmanship skills. Thanks for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe and check out our next winter camping trip, coming soon to a theater near you.